Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited today because I have something a little different, a little weird, very different from what my channel usually has, but still very much in the vein of what my channel is all about. Before I get into that, sorry I did not get a video up on Saturday. I was getting tattooed on Wednesday by the lovely Alexandra Fish. She gave me this awesome tattoo of this cute little Mothman snuggling a lantern. I'll post a photo of it up here. She did my portrait of Bartok, my dog, earlier in the year, or I guess 2021. And I adore her, but that kind of wiped out like my one day off, and then I've just been literally slammed at work. I'm like working like 5 days a week just at the bar, which is more than I usually do. Again, I have another gig that I'm working on where I'm developing a cocktail menu and then just getting tattooed. I had a friend in town. It's just been like a whirlwind mess. It's also been freezing cold and I just was not able to get a video up on Saturday. So I'm sorry about that, but that is why Saturdays are only a sometimes day, because I know that it's really hard for me to commit to 3 days a week every single week. But yeah, so today I'm going to talk about journaling, and I'm about to develop a journal for the books that I read. I kind of wanted to put this in my horror for mental health series, my Scarapy series. If you've never seen that, I will link it above, but I do thoroughly believe that horror media and horror consumption can be a huge benefit to your mental health. The same with practicing witchcraft. I am a practicing Wiccan. I do have videos on what I do to meditatively help me through witchcraft. And one of the biggest things that I learned from doing like witchcraft is that journaling really helps me. And back when I still was seeing a therapist, I spoke at length with him about journaling. My sleep specialist is always telling me to journal, and it's kind of gotten a little out of hand, but in like the best kind of way. So I'm going to go through the types of journals I have, what I use journaling for, and then walk you through how I'm going to be doing my reading journal. Again, if this is not your thing, if you're just on my channel for horror lit, don't worry, we'll be back to my regular scheduled programming. But since I talk so much about mental health on my channel, I really wanted to take this opportunity to talk about journaling. So the very first journal I ever really gravitated towards was this one. This is my worry journal. I think I started it back in like 2018. Yes, I started it on Tuesday, November 6th of 2018. This is basically just my daily diary, but I use it to just write down all of the things that stress me out, that I'm freaking out about, or if I'm just in a good mood. And one of the things that I do is I always try and make sure that I end my journal entries on a positive note. This is just a place where I can come and be fully myself. This is absolutely the most crucial journal that I have. It is my most precious journal. I absolutely adore it. And I don't use it every single day. I use it as needed. And I think that's something that when you start journaling, like a lot of the journals that I'm going to show you talk about you using journaling every single day. And that's not something that works for me. Like the fact that I am kind of a mood reader, I am kind of a mood journaler. And I like to reach out to different types of journals as I need them. So this is my overarching journal, and I love it to death, but I don't write in it every single day. Sometimes I do write in it day after day after day after day, and sometimes I won't write in it for like a month. But again, it is my journal, and it's how I want to use it, and I adore it. One thing that I did try doing over the last couple of months is this is a gratitude journal. I got this from TheraBox. I believe it is still available on their website. I'll link their website down below. I really liked this. It had you do just really simple activities every single day, where every Monday, Tuesday, like every day of the week, you would write 3 things that you were grateful for that happened, and then over at the end of the week, you would write a "this week I'm especially thankful for blank," your highlight of the week, and then something you were looking forward to. And then at the end of the week, you would do like a long page weekly reflection. And I believe I did this for 6 weeks straight or something like that. And then it kind of has like little activities to do after the fact. and every now and then I will pick it up and go through the activities and kind of reflect on my time going through my gratitude journal. I really liked the gratitude journal. It did become very, very stressful for me to feel the need to write it every single day, but it did also really benefit me being able to look back on weeks when I thought I had a really bad week and look at all the things that actually were like nice little highlights throughout my week. So I really do love my gratitude journal. This is probably my favorite guided journal ever. This is the grievance journal. It's from Boardwalk, I believe. Yeah, Boardwalk, Los Angeles. I will link this down below. This is great. This is not for people who are looking for like super positive things in their life. These are just little one a day entries that you can just rant about. I'm somebody who, when I'm very upset or anxious or having a panic attack, I love to just rant and get everything out there. And this one lets you do it with guided rants, such as what places annoy you and why, what puts you in a bad mood, what's the worst advice you've ever been given, who is the worst person you've ever dated, what are your least favorite emotions, what are the dumbest movies or TV shows. And I just really love that. And then in between each entry, they have these little like blurbs, and it'll say things like, the real secret to a happy marriage is a shared contempt for everyone else. You know, it's just really snarky and cheeky. Only two things are infinite, the universe and our deep cosmic insignificance in it. It's a little pessimistic, but I really, really like this. As somebody who really, really likes to vent to other people, I find this to be a really, really great tool for when I'm in a bad or frustrated mood to take me out of it. It's funny, it's lighthearted, and it lets you put your more negative emotions in kind of a contained place so you can leave them be and not let them drag you down all day. This is a journal I got from Barnes & Noble. This is 52 Lists for Calm. This one I like just to kind of recenter myself. It's just basic lists where it's like, list the things outside of routines that bring you joy. List the things about yourself that you feel shy or scared about expressing, etc., etc. I got this before I got my grievance journal, and I definitely used it a lot more before I had the grievance journal, but this was more of a positive kind of reflective thing, and I just felt the grievance journal was more of a more approachable style of like journaling, of guided journaling for me. So while I do like my 52 Lists for Calm, I do prefer the other journals that I have listed. Okay, and then I recently got this. This is the Bertelli's Chapter Self-Reflection Journal. It comes in this little case. This came in a recent TheraBox. I'm fairly certain this is still available on TheraBox, but I think you can also get it from like directly from the company Bertelli's Chapters. This is just one a day journal entries. Again, you do not have to do it every single day, and it is designed that way. So you choose your date, your day, your time, and then you get basic things. So it'll say things like, what are you grateful for at this moment? What is going well? What could be better? Reflect on your day. And then it'll always have like a little blurb that wasn't on the other entry. So it'll be like, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Describe a recent challenge you have entered into and the consequences of this. In the last assignment, you identified something exciting to do. How does this make you feel? You know, just little things like that. They're very, very brief, so you don't have to just go like super on and on and on about the little like blurbs that they ask you, which I really appreciate because sometimes I don't have a lot to say. But what I like the most about this journal is it lets you score your day. And then as you use it, you can look back and see, like, I had a 7 on the first day that I used it, and then I had an 8 the next time I used this, and then I had a 4, and then a 3, and then an 8. And I just like that I can go through and see how my moods have changed and progressed. I really, really, really like the scoring aspect of this, and I like that it is such brief little entries. So even if my day is too consumed for me to do just my own personal journaling entry where I'll spend like 20 to 40 minutes on a full entry, I don't have to worry about it because I just have this, and it's just a really good release. So those are the mental health journals that I have right now that I'm currently using. I have 3 other journals that I will be going into. This is a dream journal that I've just very, very recently started going into. I haven't done too much with it. Just kind of like trying to figure out what type of insomnia severity I have. I've just done their insomnia assessment. I am diagnosed with insomnia, so I got this also from TheraBox. A lot of these are from TheraBox. Just as a way to help kind of work on my insomnia. I also recently picked up this self-love journal. I haven't really done anything in it yet. It does have mood trackers in it, which I'm really excited to use, kind of similar to the Score Your Day in the Vertellis chapters. So I'm very excited for that. Again, these are just teeny tiny journals. They are not meant to be like, I guess your like core journals for the year, like the mood trackers. I think you fill out a leaf and you can do this every day, I think for like 6 months, which I really, really like. So I will be doing that, I think starting in March. But just a very, very simple journal. And then the last journal that I have for mental health is the Sleep and Evening Routine Sidekick Journal. This is really cool. I did get this in a TheraBox as well. TheraBox is, I've just talked about it a ton. TheraBox is a monthly subscription box. It's all about like relieving anxiety and stress. It's very much a mental health and like self-love, self-care box. I really, really like it. I don't do unboxings of it on my channel because it just doesn't really fit with my channel. It's a lot of like skincare and journals like these, but I do really appreciate that we get journals like these. This one I have not really started yet because it is, I think, like a 120-day program to change your sleeping habits. How long is it? 60 days? It's 70. It looks like 70 days. And it's one of those things that like you really have to be prepared to do. And I'm just not really in a place right now to do it because my schedule has been varying so constantly from week to week to week. And I really want to take this very, very seriously. But I'm so excited to finally go through and just use a guided journal and practices in this journal to try and combat my insomnia. Other journals that I just use every day, I have these two. These are my Bookstagram and Booktube planners. So this one, because it's larger, this is from Life After Death Designs. I will link them down below as well. Just like your basic lined journal, and I write all of the outlines for the videos that I'm going to do in here. A lot of my Dissecting Gothic Lit, I write really detailed, in-depth notes, and then I'll read from them as I'm doing my videos. You don't ever really see that because I keep the notebook off camera. This is a much smaller, tiny notebook. It's kind of falling apart at this point. This is from Brett Manning Art. I believe it's from like her Redbubble shop. She's an awesome artist, so she designed this cover. And I just use this kind of as like a planner where I like map out my videos for the month, ideas that I have, and just like basic outlines. If I put book lists together, I put them in here, and then I make a very more detailed list in here. I just got this awesome Ravenclaw notebook and pen from the Harry Potter store here in New York City. Haven't really used this too much. It's kind of a to-do list journal that I just like jot things down in because it has the pen attached. And then I did just get this 2022 planner, which I'm really just using as like a basic calendar of things that I need to do, not using it too much. 3 other journals that I'm just throwing in here because they probably will be worry journals as time goes on. I have this awesome Trick or Treat Rules of Halloween Sam journal that I got from Spirit Halloween. It's awesome. It's got Sam and his lollipop in all the pages, and it's just fun and it's pretty. And I really, really like having journals that are thematically beautiful. So when I have my worry journal, like the actual cover and the interior makes me feel better. Same reason why I picked up this Coraline journal. Actually, another Coraline journal as well. I got their new stationery set from Leica Studios. This one was just too pretty not to grab. It's pretty much a regularly lined journal on the inside, but it has these beautiful, beautiful illustrations for the film inside, and I just absolutely loved and adored that. I think it's faux leather, but I just thought it was beautiful, so I wanted to pick that up. And then I have this really pretty Kiki's Delivery Service journal that I saw on Hot Topics website like a year ago. Haven't written in it yet, but this is another journal that's like traditionally lined, but then you have like these beautiful like art pieces inside of it, and I just thought that was so cool. Here's Gigi being Gigi, just absolutely adorable. And so yeah, I just wanted to pick this up because again, when I do journaling, I have a lot of anxiety, and when I see images that make me happy or images from things and other artsy outlets that I love and adore, I get really, really excited. So those are probably going to be my future worry journals. And then if anybody cares, I am obsessed with stationery. This is the Coraline stationery set. this has nothing to do with journaling, apart from the fact that it does have this beautiful Coraline journal in here that says be careful what you wish for. And then pretty much also just like a very basic lined journal. Doesn't have as much nice art as the other one, but you do get like this cool little opening page that says, "Hey Jonesy, look what I found, a grandma's trunk, look familiar, Wybie." So just really cute, really fun. And of course came with a full like wax seal set and everything's button themed, and I'm obsessed with it. So last but not least though, I'm going to talk about the new journal that I'm starting. This is the Cthulhu journal that I got when I was in Providence, Rhode Island, birthplace of H.P. Lovecraft and therefore Cthulhu. So I thought it was obviously fitting that a reading journal should be, you know, a reading journal should be Cthulhu. I was going to buy one of these off of Amazon or Etsy, but none of them quite fit what I was going for, so I figured I would just make it myself and, you know, not give Amazon any more money. So I'll post the photos up above of what I'm doing with this journal, but I'm just going to kind of make it like a brief, like 2-page reflection on each page, where I will have the title, the author, the genre, what day I started reading, what day I ended reading, and then my overall rating of the novel. That'll be the first section of the book. So as you can see, I've already started filling it out with the book that I am currently reading, which is Last Days by Adam Neville. I'm about a third of the way through. I really, really dig this book. This is actually quite great. Adam Neville is one of those authors that I'm always like, like, you write really scary and you write really well, but you've had some clunkers and you've had some like real hits, and this book is turning out to be a real hit. After I have that all set up, I'm gonna have noteworthy comments for the book. That's pretty much gonna be what it's pretty much gonna be what I am going into the book knowing. So for this book, for Last Days, I wrote that this is the 4th book that I have read from Adam Neville. I've also said that it's supposed to be one of his best novels. That seems to be the general consensus on like Reddit and online. And then I will be going through after I finish the book, and I will be doing different ratings. I might change these as I develop the journal, but right now I'm probably going to be rating on either a scale of 1 to 10 or a 1 to 5. I haven't really figured it out yet because I rate books overall on a scale of 1 to 5. But quality of writing, pacing, characters and character development, atmosphere, because I read so many horror novels that are very heavily focused on atmosphere, especially gothic, scariness. I'm not sure if I'm going to add a section for disturbingness as well, because I think those are 2 separate things, but they can be lumped together. Insightfulness, ease of reading, and enjoyability, which I do think are 2 different things. I think some things you can read very quickly because the prose is easy, and then other things might be more difficult to read, yet you enjoy them more because you get so much out of it, like Jane Eyre or Rebecca. And then I'm going to have a little section where I talk about should I read more from this author. And then on the next page, I will go through thoughts on this book, whereas I'm reading, I will go through and outline my thoughts. Through my buddy reads, I've determined that I really, really like this. I love to just send little thought blurbs to the people that I'm having buddy reads with, and then those thought blurbs usually come back into my reviews. So I think it'll be a nice thing to have right in front of me. And then once I finally finish, I want final takeaways, and those will probably be the highlighted thoughts that I talk about in my reviews. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Again, journaling is something that I really do from a mood-based perspective, but dissecting novels and the amount of notebooks that I already have dedicated to Bookstagram and BookTube, I think this is gonna be really, really cool and really, really fun. So I know that this is very much not the type of video that I would normally do, but journaling has helped me so much organize my life, whether it is my Bookstagramming or my to-do list, or just calming down my anxiety. And then journaling has helped me so much with just mental health that I just wanted to share with you guys, since I do talk again about mental health so frequently on this channel, and just how I incorporate alternative methods and horror consumption and horror media into my journaling and my mental health journey. So yes, sorry for a very odd and out of this typical realm video, but I thought this would be a fun thing to have on this channel. Hoping to get another Scarapy episode either up this month or next month. I'm still working on it. The Scarapy videos I put a lot of time and effort into, and if I don't have the time to put the effort into them, I probably won't put those videos out. But I will hopefully have some book reviews up soon, some unboxings up soon, and some lists of some more bookish horror themed groupings up very, very soon. Anyways, as always, thank you all so much for watching. I post every Monday and Thursday, sometimes on Saturdays. Those Saturdays may be a little infrequent in the next coming weeks, but hopefully they are not. As always, if you enjoyed these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Mwah!